Hello and welcome back to another Tweaker Man video. In this video we're going to be showing you how to make some base traps for your ceiling. So we've got all the stuff we need on the table here. I'm going to run through it. We've got our foam, which we're using as the base of the bases of the base trap. The foam won't actually be absorbing anything because we've got loads of other materials. Now if you saw my last video on the corner base traps, these are basically identical to the corner base traps, but instead of going in the corners, they just go in on between the wall and the ceiling. So you can, do so many along the ceiling top. So basically, you need a bit of foam. Basically, this is only a sample. Remember this. You can do these longer, or you can do them bigger as well. I wouldn't go too big, but you can go bigger. So this is a piece of foam, which is 4-inch foam, 4 inches that way, 4 inches that way. So basically all I did was I cut it with my foam cutter straight down there. And then we're going to need some of this barrier liner which we use, which is 70% wool and 30% viscose. They're both natural products, so that's that. And then we're going to be using some polyester wadding. Again, this is 6 ounce polyester. It comes in different thicknesses. You can go right up to 18 ounce, but we're using 6 ounce, so we're going to be using 3 layers of that. And then the most important piece on the outside is the fabric, which is 70% cashmere and 30% lamb's wool. Right, okay, so let's get into the job then. I'll show you what we're going to be doing. So we're going to put some of this stuff to one side for a minute. The fabric there and the barrier liner. Right, so what I've done is I've pre-cut all this before the video. It just speeds it up really. So we've got basically 3 layers of polyester here. So we're going to just lay it down there, and then we're going to put our piece of foam over the top there. Now this piece here, the bottom piece, goes around the sides. So it's going to get it all lined up. Right, okay, you'll also need some heavy duty spray adhesive and a pair of scissors. I mean, if you saw on the last video, you'll know anyway. I'll put a link to the last video on this video. Right, so we just need to spray some spray adhesive along there, and then just push the polyester around. There we go, just like that. Now I'll turn it around, do the same on this side. And a bit on the ends as well, because I've cut it exactly the right shape to go on the ends. Right, okay. Let's just push that up around again. Right, okay, and on this piece here. Right, okay, now we're just going to spray some more spray adhesive along there, just to neaten all this up, all around the sides as well. Just so then we can neaten it nicely. Right, while that's drying a minute, I'll just grab the other bits here that we need, which is our barrier liner. So we're having 2 layers of barrier liner on there. One directly on the face and the second piece that wraps over. So we're not putting any glue on the face of this. We're just going to put all the glue around the sides. So all we'll do is we just push that over again now, nice and neatly. See that? It just goes in nice and neatly. We'll do the 2 ends first. This glue dries extremely fast. It's solvent based, so always best to do this in a well ventilated area really. Right, okay, so that's nice and neat along there. Right, okay. Right, so that's what it looks like on the face so far. 3 layers of polyester on there. So now all we're going to do is lay our barrier liner down, get it in the right place. Okay, so that's going to come up around the sides, just over the polyester. So I just want to move that over very slightly, get it centralised. Right, okay, so we're going to do the same process again. Just put some spray adhesive along. Right, on both ends as well. Right, we'll leave this to dry for a second. Just evaporates quite quick, this glue, so you can crack on quite quickly. There we go. Right, we're going to pull those end pieces up, pat them down, get them in the right place, and then from the centre we're going to just gently lift that barrier liner over. There we go. And then we'll come to those corners, just push the corners together like so. There we go. Push that down. Right, okay, down to this side now. Give it a bit of a tug. Make sure you don't get any creasing going on anywhere. There we go. Now the foam, it doesn't matter what foam you use. The foam's not really absorbing the you know, the bass from the low frequencies that hover up in the corners and the tops of rooms. So basically, so you can use any foam really. I just use this foam because this is readily available to me. So right, okay, so we've got to that stage now, which is all we want to do now, is just to trim this back with our scissors. Right, okay. There we go. That's it. Same with this side. Right, okay. So we're up to that stage now. Get rubbish stuck to the front of that. There we go, get rid of that. Right, okay, so all we need to do now is to put our fabric over now. So the whole lot of this is done by spray glue. There's no stapling, obviously, because you're just using foam. So get the right side of that fabric there. Right, okay, that's the right side, so we've got to turn it over. I know the colour alters very slightly on this fabric, but that's it. Now this fabric, as I said before, is made by Hugo Boss. They use this on their fine suits. I just managed to pick up a load of it from eBay at a reasonable price. Just an end of line. Right, so we're just centralising that again now. Right, now what we're going to do is start on our ends there. Okay. So we're going to just spray a bit of glue. You don't want too much on here because you don't want it to bleed through the fabric. Right, okay. Bit on that end and then down to this end here. There we go. Right, now we're going to spray some along the sides in a minute. We're just going to lift this up now. So. And we can just let that flap around the sides. And the same with this end and that the same. There we go. Just let that flap around the sides. Now, as I said in the last video, you'll pay quite a lot of money for these if you buy them made up. They're very simple to make. So we just trim the top bits off there like so, and then we're going to just trim down. That's it. Get that down like that. Now I'm definitely going to be doing some cable videos coming up, so stay tuned for those. I haven't got too much stuff. I've got a few bits. I'm going to do a power cord, another power cord, and I'm going to do a headphone cable, and the pièce de résistance soon is going to be which isn't a cable, which is going to be a new plinth for my Riga Planer 3, which I'm going to be making nice heavy plinth for that. So if you're interested in vinyl and you've got a Riga, then you might be interested in watching that video, because it's going to be a good one. Right, so now we've got to this stage now. Now remember, all these bits on the back you don't actually see because they fit to the ceiling. So all we're going to do is just spray a bit of glue in there. And just take that down nice and neat. Same with that side again. Remember, not too much because it bleeds through. It'll bleed through and you'll have a blob of glue on the other side. You'll go dark in places. Right, so that's that. So now let's just check that feels all right when it comes up like so. Yep, that's perfect. So now what we're going to do is just spray another piece of glue. We've got plenty of glue on there anyway, along there. Get some glue along there. Give it a second. And we're going to start from the centre. I'll try to get it up nice and neat. Try not to get any wrinkles going in it. It's nice to get a neat job. There we go. Right, same with this side. And I know some people have asked me for a balanced XLR interconnect as well. Now, as soon as I can get hold of the plugs, which I'm going to look at ordering very soon, I'll be making one of those as well. Right, okay, get that nice and neat. Right, just put a bit of glue on there. Okay, start from the centre again, get the centre up. Oh, I'll hold it at one end and the centre. There we go, just hold that there like that. Get that nice and neat. There we go. Right, there we go. That's our centre base trap made. You don't have to pull the fabric too tight, just keep it fairly sort of loosish. And that's what it looks like up in the corner now. So great. So that's another good job done. So thanks for watching another Tweaker Man video. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to give me a like. So thanks very much.